Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. It's Jake and I'm back with another video today about how you can make coins every day on a low budget. I'll give you 3 pretty easy methods to look for. Sorry it's been a few days from us. Our family's fighting a little bit of a sickness right now. Just getting back into the groove of things, but thank you guys for being here today and I hope the video helps you make some coins each day. If you like today's video, all that I ask is that you like the video. It really helps our channel grow.
I enjoy being liked.
And if you want to see more of this kind of stuff, let me know. I could put out some every few days just with a few filters that are working, things to look for mass bidding, for sniping, etc. Because it's how you can make coins every day. And in this market, making a little bit of coins every day goes really far. So I'll kind of talk about what's happened on the market since my last video and then go into these 3 little methods here. So on Sunday, we actually got something crazy. We got a rare player preview pack, which absolutely destroyed the market because every single person in their account got to preview a rare players pack. A lot of them would end up being profitable, right? You pack a rule breakers, you pack some good fodder, whatever it may be. It brought a ton of supply on the market, and that was the first one of their kind. So it was a 50k pack to preview. I didn't get anything in mind. If you guys got something, let me know in the comments below. Hopefully some of you guys did. But I wanted to show you what happened to prices on Sunday. This Corona, for example, was literally hovering around, like, call it 90k. And then once the preview pack came, look what happened to them. All the way down to 46k. Part of this drop was not only because of the preview packs. Typically you would see some kind of rebound in here, but part of this drop was not only because of the preview packs, but we also got a leaked Twitter account that said there was a base icon SBC coming very soon. And their prediction was accurate, as you guys know. It just induced more panic. People didn't want to buy, etc. So he actually dropped down to like 46k. He slowly started to recover, and for a lot of cards what happened is they hit a super duper low point in the morning for EU time. Kind of what happened was people saw the panic from Sunday, right, where cards were dropping, and they were probably waking up and hoping the market would recover. But what happened was around like 8 to 9 a.m. when Europe woke up, they checked their cards that they may have bought or have in their team, and they said, oh my gosh, the market is dying. And what happened was they listed super duper low. So literally in like 2 or 3 hours, you're seeing cards drop from like 44, 46 to 38k, and it's probably possible to get at like 36, and then a strong recovery into today. So cards are just naturally going to recover once the panic ends, and try never to sell into that panic. You even saw it on top tier cards like Messi, Mbappe, Ronaldo. They all hit a low point around the same time, which was like 8 to 10 a.m. You'll kind of see the Sunday preview packs hurt him for sure, right? But he was still around 560k. But then that overnight panic got crazy, right? EU woke up at like 7, 8 a.m. They said, oh my gosh, this market's crazy. They listed him way too low. He got as low as like 440k and then rebounded. He's back to 520k, right where he should be. So try not to join in on that panic, guys. If you're seeing huge waves of panic or huge waves of buying, you do not want to be either of those people. You want to be somewhere in the middle, okay? Okay. I will note that cards have had a decent recovery, right? So cards are just naturally rising in price as we move away from supply. They're still quite a bit lower than Sunday prices. If your cards dropped in value, don't worry. A lot of people's teams did. And typically, like right now, the market is down like 15 to 20% in most meta areas, like under 200k. If you lost 15 to 20%, so did everybody else. So here's Kulusevski's, for example. He was floating around 70k, went as low as 42k, which is crazy low, back to 52. But from 70 to 52k is still a pretty good drop. I actually got him around 70k myself. I wanted to try his card in Weekend League. I'm with you guys on the losses, and it's just because you want to play the game, and you should have the right to play the game without worrying about having to lose coins. EA's created a really interesting market this year where people do lose a lot of coins in a very little time if you're holding players. EA also did release the base icon SBC as well. It's 480k. It's pretty pricey for me. I think literally like 20% of cards are worth more than this, and that's even if you want to use them, right? So maybe you get Rio Ferdinand, maybe you already have 2 good center backs. It wasn't that effective for you. Really count out of those cards how many would make your team and how many would start for you. I know it's fun to do content like this, but 480k is a ton of coins on this game, right? There are so little cards that actually cost above that if you spend 480k, like that's pretty much giving away a Messi or a Rule Breakers Dembele or something like that. So just know you're putting in a ton of coins to do this, and I hope if you do it, you pack something worthwhile. Okay, now that we're all caught up on the market and the situations of us all losing coins, let's get into how to make them back. Some really easy things you guys can do every day and what to look for to do them. The first method I'm going to talk about is mass bidding, and it's a method that's really overlooked, but it still works really well. I'm going to show you guys one thing that I look for when mass bidding is I look for a pool of cards that I can bid on that all hold a similar value, because it's more likely that you're going to win 1 out of 10 cards than you're going to win 1 out of 1, right? If there's only one player you're bidding on, you're probably going to have a hard time winning him. So yesterday we got individual icons that released. These actually require 11 rare bronzes in this first squad, but you get a 2 rare gold players pack back. So that's actually decent value. Same with rising stars, you need 11 rare silvers. One thing you guys may or may not know is that there's actually not that many bronze rare goalkeepers. Yesterday these were selling at like 1200 a pop. Let me check right now what they're at, and maybe they are still 1200. So they're selling at, oh geez, so this is a good sniping or bidding filter here. I wonder what they're at right now. Jeez. Okay, so they're literally sitting at like 2,000 coins right now, which is absolutely crazy. You could set up a sniping filter at 1,500 coins, right? Or a mass bidding filter at 1,500 coins. Is that gone? Yes. You could mass bid at 1,500 coins on them, right? You could just set up a filter, 1,500, search, and go. And you might not win a ton of them, and sometimes I don't even like to filter like that. It just makes them pop up kind of funky. But you could see towards the end here if anything is coming up. You could even check individual prices where they might sell a little bit more, and you could get mass bidding on them. Okay, it looks like someone has dropped quite a few bids on them. To me, it's a little bit early to be bidding on them, so I usually wait till the last like 30 seconds to a minute. But with bronze goalkeepers, it works well, and so does sniping them, right? So people don't know they hold the value, and you just refresh your filter. You try to snipe them at 1,500, sell anywhere from 1,900 probably to 2,500 depending on the card, and that is a great filter. And the reason we know that filter works is because of those icons that require the 11 rares, and there's just not that many bronze goalkeepers that are rare. The same thing with silver rares can be said too. Let me check it out here. I don't know what the minimum is right now. I think it was around 1,300 when I checked yesterday, so they're even going up. I could have picked them up at 1,300 and made profit. Maybe they're around 2k higher even. Let's check it out here. You guys have these in your club and you're not doing it, feel free to sell during this SBC too to get some extra coins liquid. What is they, 2,100? Okay, so they're 2,100. Another sniping filter at 1,500 or a mass bidding filter, right? So it looks like these are popping up a little bit better here. We could throw on 1,200 here, bid, good to go. Okay, and again, I don't really like to sort them. I just search silver rare goalkeepers. If you set some filters, sometimes it kind of glitches out on the search. I'm just searching broad, looking for those open bids, and as you see, there's a few on the first page, and it's not things people are heavily looking for. The other thing to notice, some of them are going to go for a lot more. So I noticed this guy has a 2,700 bid on him right away. He could have been used in a solution that made people interested. He is a good nation, so he's easy to link to. You could even bid up to like what, 2,500 on him and make coins. You could check each card individually, but most of the time the poorer nations are going to be like right in line with it, and the strong nations are going to be worth a little bit more. The web app is so glitchy, you guys see that, it's so glitchy, but that's a decent buy there too. I'm kind of covering two methods at once here, which are just mass bidding and sniping. They both kind of work similarly. That'd be the first and second method, just to make a small amount of coins each day, and you're talking like 20 to 50k. If you get lucky, if you get some crazy snipes or some cards are being listed a lot, you can get upwards of like 100k a day from these kind of simple things. The other thing you can look for is specific team requirements too in marquee matchups. So today is Tuesday. In 2 days we'll be getting a new set of marquee matchups. What you guys should be looking for these is the specific teams that are featured, right? If Manchester United is featured, if Manchester City is featured, you can snipe those teams individually. Other times like this where it requires AC and Inter Milan players, they hold a value of say 900 coins. You mass bid for 700 coins. All of them add up. You guys probably see most of the popular trendy trading methods on YouTube are mass bidding. I don't think they work incredible. I just do not. There's better trading methods once you start to learn the market, but they do work, and it is a way to grind some coins for sure. Lastly, I did just want to mention one more method that I use to make some coins every day. And it's pretty much every day. Whenever EA drops supply, and big supply, which is pretty frequently. Yesterday after 6 p.m. there was some panic on Kimpembe. I noticed he was like 37, 38k. He's like one of the most in-demand cards in the game. If you guys used him, he's like the 83 Maldini. Just a disgustingly good card in this game. And he dropped a lot at this time, so he went down to 34k. And what I was doing at this time where he was dropping is I was still looking for him at just the price he was, right? So I was looking for him at 34, 35k-ish, but I was specifically trying to get this Kimpembe with the shadows. I want to show you guys something right here. And I want to show you that their price will vary with the shadow too. So even though there's tons of supply and he's been out on the game for a long time, let's check what he costs with his shadow here. Kimpembe with a shadow sells at like 39.5 when his base version is selling around 38k. Okay, so it does add like a k.5 or 2k value on him. I typically try to lazy sell these cards. So if I'm getting them at 34, 35k during that supply with shadow, I'm going to list mine at probably 40 to 41k, try to get some bites before content time. I do usually try to sell my my cards each day before 6 p.m. You can kind of base your odds on if EA will do packs that day, because if they don't, the market can keep rising. But I don't trust EA this year, so if I'm making small profits, I tend to take it. When that big supply came, I would just open bidding on him, and because everyone saw his price going down a little bit, people weren't looking to pick him up as much, so I was open bidding or trying to snipe him with Shadow at the same rate he was, right? So his card was going at 34k. I was sniping at 34k, but with Shadow or open bidding him there. You can pretty much do this on all meta cards with Shadow or Hunter. I do prefer Shadow this year. On cards like Mendy, Goretzka, Lorente, if you can get them with Shadows, Teo, they're going to hold more value, and they're good to bid on during those supply times because people don't realize that those are being listed with Shadow. You can bid a little bit higher on them but make more later too. So those are 3 methods that you can do to make coins every day: mass bidding, sniping, chem style trading. Mass bidding, make sure you're checking the daily SBCs to figure out what will work. In the scenario today, I showed you why the silvers and the bronze goalkeepers are working, and that's because of the new icon requirement. It's something to keep an eye on for you, and if you guys are good at sniping, that's going to be pretty good profit for you guys because they're going to be listed there a ton. People don't know that a bronze rare goalkeeper is going to hold a ton of value. You know what I mean? Hopefully this video helps you guys make a little bit of more coins each day. Right now, coins go really far, right? If you're making 10, 20, 50k a day, that's a ton on this market because players are so cheap, right? If I make 40k in a day, I can afford one of the better center backs in this game, and he really is one of the better ones. If I make 100k, Marquinhos, Hakimi, etc. So your coins go really far, okay? I know some of you guys may have lost on your team. I lost some myself, so I completely understand that, but try not to get discouraged. Just know the market is moving as a whole as the most part. If you're losing coins on players, the other players you would want have respectively dropped, most likely too. If you guys enjoyed today's video and you want more of this kind of stuff, just drop the likes. I can do this kind of video a few days a week with updated filters and things that are working and why. And it's how you should be making coins every day, especially on the lower budget side. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We'll be back with another video soon. Hope you have a great day. Later.